Greetings and salutations, David Duford here to talk about the new Dig Agency CRM. We're specifically going to talk to you about what makes this CRM so special and will ultimately help you make more money selling final expense over the phone. We're going to tell you what a CRM is if you've never heard of it before, if you're new. So we're going to start with that. And then we're going to also go into what I believe are the top 3 benefits of our CRM that make it wholly special, wholly unique from the competition. And then we'll end with some frequently asked questions and then tell you what you can do in order to get your very own Dig Agency CRM. So first of all, what is a CRM? So if you're a noob, here's what a CRM is. In short, it is a software that helps you control and take care of the leads that you purchase or generate. You can't really operate at full capacity as an agent, 99% of you out there at least, without a CRM to help manage what time you're going to call your leads, what information you're going to store about your leads. What do you do when you've got a callback or you collect information, and how to organize that in a way that efficiently gets to those leads in a way that raises your overall close rates. There are agents out there who call off of a phone number, like an actual phone, and then use Google spreadsheets, let's say. And while that can work, it is wholly inefficient and will not lead you towards being successful. And the thing is, bottom line, you have to have a CRM if you're going to be successful selling final expense over the phone at high production levels. So what are the 3 benefits of how the Dig Agency CRM works that I believe are differentiated, thus unique from the other competition? There's a lot of CRMs out there, and it's probably dizzying to do the analysis to see what works and what doesn't. We're going to tell you right now what we feel are the strongest 3 reasons why you'd want to use a Dig Agency CRM. Number 1, it has exclusive integration functionality with Kixi, which I believe is the world's strongest, most powerful, best dialer to use in the final expense telesales market. Let me explain a few things, though, before we go any further so you can understand why that's the case. So what is Kixi? Kixi.com is a service that I highly recommend that dials your leads. It's a power dialer. It dials multiple leads at a time. It also scrubs against the telemarketer likely or the spam likely filters that are out there and rotates numbers around so that more of your calls actually pick up and lead to conversations. That is the biggest challenge in the final expense space, is not the no's that you get, but the maybes, the people who never pick up the phone or hardly ever pick up the phone, because you're sitting on a stack of potentially half your leads that never pick up if you don't have services like Kixi that could result in the sale. So Kixi facilitates more sales. The problem up to this point using Kixi is that it has a clunky interface with Go High Level type CRMs that like the Dig Agency is built around. So what we've been able to do is to actually integrate Kixi within Go High Level to where everything with your workflows when it comes to making the phone calls to the leads is integrated directly with Kixi as well, so that there's not this like clunky overlap where it's hard to use Kixi and the CRM at the same time. The point is, what really matters that you should take away from this is that we have the ability exclusively to get more done using Kixi in combination with the CRM to get more dials out there, to get more connections, and to help you, guess what, close more business. Now, moving on. The other benefit, I think, to what we do at the Dig Agency is that our CRM is actually built around final expense telesales. You see, the vast majority of CRMs that are out there, including the ones that I've promoted in the past, they are generalistic in their approach. Nothing wrong with that, because you can custom tailor to some extent. But a lot of them are just generalistic. It means that they're not necessarily built with the final expense, high-producing telesales agent in mind. With the Dig Agency CRM, it is absolutely built with one thing in mind only, and that is how do we take and design a CRM to help a final expense telesales agent close more business. So what does that mean in actuality? It means that the workflows are specifically designed for final expense. You don't have to custom tailor anything. I mean, you can if you want to, but the telesales CRM Dig Agency approach has already been built in, and it's been working in the background for our agents for a number of months, almost up to close to a year now, especially on the free lead side, which in April, we generated $929,000 in AP just off of shy of 50 agents, 40 or 45 agents, and they all use the CRM too as well. Just to give you kind of some examples of how it's working, we had 3,000, since the beginning of December, I believe, we've written more than 3,290,000 AP in the free lead program. We've also had, since the beginning of the year, we've also had 239,000. Our top agents have written 239,000 using this CRM, 316,000 and 355,000. So the point of me throwing numbers at you is that the CRM is facilitating top producers to close, really, if you do the math since the beginning of the year at the time of the filming, somewhere in the $50,000 plus range. Doesn't mean you're going to write 50,000, but if these guys and gals are writing this much business using this CRM, there's probably something to it that actually makes it work well. Because again, it's designed with you, the final expense telesales agent, in mind, with everything that works in the foreground and the background, which brings me to, I think, number 3, one of the biggest benefits is that we have the industry's best AI appointment setting system. Now, no, this isn't conditional logic. This is actually a well-developed artificial intelligence system that communicates with every one of your leads to actively and aggressively set appointments for you to have preset appointments to then close them on final expense. Now, here's how ours are different, because you're going to see others out there that do AI. But again, remember, this CRM is built with the final expense telesales agent in mind, not a generalistic approach to setting appointments, which makes a huge difference in what the show rates are going to be. So first of all, we designed this after our world-class final expense telesales agents based on how they sound in a text message, with it all being automated in the background with zero effort. So we call this Grace. That is what we call our AI appointment setting machine system in the background. But the idea behind Grace is that her speech, how she conversates with the clients, is all based off of what our top producers were doing manually before. So we've gotten actual results from people and base what we do with our AI off of real life top producing agents. And again, why is this important, guys? Because more now than ever, your ability to text message your clients to get them interested to talk to you is pivotal. AI helps you free up time by doing all the texting and the appointment setting in the background so that you can do what? Sell more insurance and work to get more people on the phone to sell them. And also with AI doing that in the background, imagine if you're doing this manual. It's a slow, laborious process. Well, with Grace and the AI texting appointment setting system in the background, it facilitates what we call speed to lead. She reaches out to all these new leads in an attempt to set an appointment. It also allows you to facilitate speed to lead by calling these leads faster than worrying about stopping, slowing down, and manually texting those leads and getting people on the phone. And also, we've developed the AI texting capability around the behavior pattern that our Mildreds, our final expense prospects, as we like to call them, and what their behavior is. And what that basically means is that the way an older person treats the phone is different from a younger person, and it's really important in how you communicate and the time in which you communicate with them to get and maintain their interest texting, which, again, the idea behind this is to facilitate more appointments. To give you some examples here. So in May, we had 3,549 appointments booked out of 12,059 leads. Approximately right at about 25 to 30% is what we expect from just AI booking appointments. Not to mention sometimes agents jump in, and you definitely can with the system, to help book the appointments along. But we expect in the range of somewhere between 20% on the low end and 30% on the high end as far as how many of your appointments, if you're using our Alpha Lead system, leads to generate leads, should book pretty conservatively, which is fantastic if you're getting 150 leads a week, and now you can convert 30 to 45 of them into appointments. That's pretty strong. And also, nice thing about how this system works is it follows no-call rules when texting at nights, Sundays time zone, so you don't have to worry about are you being compliant. We make sure that it shuts off. This helps you stay more compliant. So other benefits how this program works I think are very important with the Dig Agency CRM. First of all, we have white glove onboarding to get you started with ease. So if you're worried about getting set up and the process it takes to get the CRM up and running, you're not a tech person, the white glove onboarding is designed to help you get up and running so that you can rest assured that your CRM is going to work and that you understand how to use it. And then when you have questions, concerns, comments, we actually have immediate hands-on support with real life human beings, not AI, not, we'll talk to you later on a Zoom call in the next couple of days. Real life, immediate hands-on support for any of the problems, questions, or challenges that you run across in actually using the CRM. So a few frequently asked questions before we talk about what you need to do in order to use CRM. First of all, what leads can I use? You can use any kind of leads whatsoever. We recommend the leads that we help you self-generate. The Alpha Lead program works fantastically well. But you can put whatever you want in it. You just remember, it's your obligation to make sure those leads are TCPA compliant and that you are following all of the rules necessary in order to stay compliant. I'm not tech savvy. Can I get help in getting it up? Absolutely. Like I said, our white glove onboarding service is designed just for that. Can I use this if I'm not a Dig Agency agent? Unfortunately, no. This is something that you have to join the Dig Agency in order to use. Again, we have used this CRM with our top producers in the free lead program for many, many months now. We've worked without relent on getting this CRM to be as functional and as specific for final expense telesales agents as much as possible. And yes, you do have to join the Dig Agency. So if you like the sound of this, guys, and maybe we're somewhere else, maybe this is the time you need to consider switching. If you're not getting this kind of powerful system to help you get more of your leads sold, you're missing out. You're not making money you otherwise would by having the automated AI, the specificity in how it's designed for telesales agents, and then also the idea behind the functionality and integration with Kixie, which just helps tremendously. And then what's the cost? So if you're thinking about joining the Dig Agency, you're already part of the Dig Agency, and you want to do this, it's $97 a month. That's the flat usage fee per month that you'll be charged, okay? But there's also variable cost, depending on how much of the AI texting is used, depending on how much of the calls that you use with the CRM, depending on emails. There's a variable cost element. I'd like to say conservatively, it's going to be another $100 to $200 a month, depending on how much volume you use. If you don't use it much, it won't be that much. Use it a ton, probably closer to $200. So it's variable, though. So I can't say with complete 100% certainly what you're going to be paid or charged down to the penny, because it's dependent upon your actual usage of it. And then also, like we recommend, I would highly recommend that you use Kixie and integrate it with the CRM in order to get the maximal benefit out of your leads, using Kixie's technology to get more of the pickup. So that, guys, that's how it works. If you're interested in joining the Dig Agency, we'll teach you how to onboard with Kixie so that you'll be able to use this on your own and to get all set up. That is part of the onboarding process. If you are a current Dig Agency agent and you want to use this, go ahead and reply back to the message of where you saw this, and we're going to get you set up and running on this. Highly recommend that you guys move to this. It's an incredible platform. We've spent a lot of time and money developing. And guys, if you're interested, you're already an agent in the final expense space, and this is something that maybe sells you now and working with the Dig Agency, the time to do it is now. Reach out. There's probably a link below, because this is going to be a video on YouTube that you can learn more about the Dig Agency and how to then proceed from there. And if there's any questions, you guys can reach out to me. And thank you so much for listening. Y'all take care.